Hello everyone, it's Darkseeker here, bringing you another Hearthstone video, this time featuring a Control Warrior deck by StrifeCro. Now, StrifeCro, one of the best Hearthstone players in the world, I think has successfully used this deck on his stream, and we thought, well, we'll give it a go, see what it's like. Now, this deck's interesting. It runs a lot of the standard Control Warrior cards, Ysera, Alexstrasza, Grommash, Dr. Boom, Baron Geddon, a bit of a classic card there for Control Warrior. It also runs Justica Trueheart in this deck, and that is for the armor gain. You'll armor up in increments of 4, hopefully then to throw your opponent out of the game because they won't be able to deal with that health total that you then receive because of those huge increments in armor. Double Sludge Belcher to protect yourself, really, and to protect your minions. And there are 2 copies of Bash. Really good, I think, for dealing with aggressive classes. You know, you can take down their low health minions and armor up at the same time. And there are 2 copies of Slam, and that's for card draw. So this deck's interesting. Slam is something you'd usually associate with a Patron Warrior, and I think including it in a Control Warrior is interesting. Now, a few weeks back on my YouTube channel, I featured a Control Warrior deck by ZK83, and that was a Varian Wrynn Control Warrior, and it didn't feature Slam, it didn't feature Baron Geddon. But it really relied on Varian Wrynn. Less card draw opportunities in that ZK83 deck, but you wanted to get to the end game, play Varian Wrynn, and put stuff out on the board or draw cards through Varian Wrynn. Now, the StrifeCro deck doesn't run Varian Wrynn, so it's going to be very interesting comparing these 2 decks. And just seeing how the StrifeCro deck performs. There is more card draw in the StrifeCro deck in that early game with Slam. So, yeah, we're going to give the StrifeCro deck a try, and we're going to start off against a rogue. Now, the question here is, do I do anything? And I think, yeah, I'm going to coin out the Armor Smith, and my reasoning for doing that, and I know some players would have passed there and done nothing, but my reasoning for doing that is I want to draw out some of those spells from the rogue, if he's got them. You know, he's daggered up, and he's going face. So he's not going to be committing anything to destroying that Armor Smith. And now I armor up, and I chip away at his face. So the Armor Smith there, you know, it's got a bit of a bullseye on it, but he's not taking the bait, he's not dealing with it, he's letting it be, which is interesting. There are some players who do everything in their power to get rid of an Armor Smith because it represents such a threat, maybe not in this early game, but later down the line. And you'll see 2 Shield Slams in my hand there, and that's going to be really interesting. Hopefully I can leverage this Armor Smith to gain me some more armor as the game goes on. And then those Shield Slams will really come into effect. Now, this rogue has just done nothing but attack my face. Which is interesting. He's completely ignoring the Armor Smith, and now I finally find the Acolyte of Pain, and I can play it. And when it hits into something, I'll get some armor, which is tremendous. So now the Armor Smith is hopefully going to gain a bit of value, but no, for now, I think I'm either going to Shield Slam the Drake, or I'm going to play the weapon. I'm going to use the Shield Slam, and I'm going to save the weapon charge for his face. I'm going to be really aggressive here, really aggressive. Use the Shield Slam on the minion, and you know what? The Drake there, the Azure Drake, was a fine target for Shield Slam. You'd probably want to build that armor up a bit more and perhaps consider using Shield Slam on bigger targets, but no, the Drake was fine. The Drake is not a minion you want to leave on the board because of the spell damage. You don't want to give rogues spell damage. Speaking of spell damage, here's the Blood Mage. There's the Tinkerzoil, and he's going to attack the Acolyte because that's the card he perceives to be the biggest threat. I'd actually disagree in this situation. I think he should have attacked the Armor Smith. You don't want to leave that on the board. And I'm going to tank that 4 attack minion potentially here. I'm not going to Shield Slam it. That's a waste. I'll attack. And I'll play Sylvanas, who, as always, has no time for games. So there's Sylvanas on the board. Shield Slam combo on Sylvanas is incredibly strong if I want to steal a minion. Not that the rogue plays anything at this point in the game that I'd necessarily want to steal. There's the Blade Flurry. And you can see the armor gain now. And there's the Fan of Knives. Okay, so I forced him to utilise a Blade Flurry and a Fan of Knives. Now, that's one Blade Flurry gone. And Blade Flurry is one of those tools in the Rogue arsenal that is critical for clearing boards. He had to utilise the Blade Flurry on essentially 2 minions there. So I think I got value. And there's Dr. Boom, it's turn 7, Dr. Boom is green, there's that unwritten Hearthstone law that says Boom is green, it's turn 7, play him. So, I'm saying to the rogue, you used your Blade Flurry, what else do you have now? How are you going to deal with Dr. Boom? Do you have a big game hunter in hand? Justica Trueheart sitting in my hand there. Now, she is a card that, a minion that I'd probably want to try and play, if possible, on turn 10. Because you can armor up. Oh, it hit for 4. That's tremendous. You can armor up, play Justica, and armor up again. Essentially getting 6 armor with 10 mana. That is relatively strong, as well as getting Justica on the board too. She's a 6 attack minion, so she's quite strong. Although her health total is not very high. So she does die quite easily to trades, but often to one trade with a minion. So the rogue, unfortunately, is down to 15, and I have 2 death spites in my hand. Wow. I think it's over. Just like that. Just like that, it's pretty much over. So we're just going to be aggressive. And this has worked out very well. I think what we did previously, going face with the Fiery War Axe, just being aggressive, taking the fight to the rogue, I think it's paid off. My opponent's obviously AFK now. He's probably given up or rage quit or whatever it is. Always suffering from connection problems. I am sympathetic to that because I suffer from connection problems. Yeah, they've left. So they've either disconnected or well, they've just left. They've quit. But yeah, I suffer from connection problems from time to time, and I'm very sympathetic to anyone that gets cut off, particularly when playing ranked games. And you could just be cut off for a few seconds, and then that causes you to have to restart your client, try and get back into the game. It can just be very, very difficult. So I am sympathetic when it happens. Okay, so this is a paladin. Now, TGT brought out, this notion of the Secrets Paladin, because Mysterious Challenger came through, designed to bring out those secrets. And so lately on ladder, I've been facing a lot of Secrets Paladin, but also, interestingly, a lot of mid-range Paladin. Murloc Knight has become really quite a significant weapon in the Paladin arsenal. And sometimes you see Murloc Knight being played in Secrets Paladin too. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of Paladin we're facing off against. He has the coin, and Secret Keeper Coin Secret is often a very strong turn for a Paladin. Very strong. There's the Haunted Creeper. Well, this is interesting. So it could be mid-range, it could be a Secrets Paladin, we don't know yet. What we do know is that there is some early game and a bit of aggression that's probably going to be coming through from the Paladin. The Armor Smith there does contest the Creeper. He can't kill my Armor Smith with his Creeper. I can't kill his Haunted Creeper with my Armor Smith. Regardless, the whole point of dropping that Armor Smith is to look for some armor gain. So I can chip away at his Haunted Creeper over time and gain armor. We'll see. We'll see. The Haunted Creeper is a sticky minion. Quite often you end up ignoring it because you don't want the Death Rattle to proc, because then he gets 2/1/1s. So quite often Haunted Creeper just gets ignored. Unless you're facing a Hunter, in which case it's a beast and it activates Kill Command. But, we'll see. So the Paladin there, stalling on turn 2. Is this another player that's disconnected or left the game? No. Oh, okay, he plays the second Creeper. So double Haunted Creeper. And those two minions are going to be chipping away 1 damage apiece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer them with an Acolyte of Pain, and I'm going to say, sure, you play all of the 1-attack minions that you want. Because what I'll do is I'll just hit them with my Acolyte of Pain, and I'll draw some cards. That's what we're saying. So as good as the Haunted Creeper is, because it is a sticky minion, I'd say I've got the board advantage here with the Armorsmith and the Acolyte. Both of those cards are utility cards that do something positive for you in terms of armor gain, in terms of card draw. They both do something. So, yep, that's pretty good. Let's see what he's got. It's turn 3. Muster. Wow. Oh, wow, okay. He's desperate for me to draw cards. That's really interesting. Maybe it's the only thing he had. Still very interesting. Okay, let's start eliminating the Silverhand recruits. If this is mid-range Paladin and he runs Quartermaster, the absolute priority is to kill the Silverhand recruits. And I'm now contemplating bashing a Silverhand recruit. And do you know what? That sounds crazy, but turn 5 is the Quartermaster turn. If we were heading into turn 5 now, I would have actually contemplated bashing it just to block the Quartermaster, which I'm very scared of. So Piloted Shredder gets played. This Paladin he's got no choice here. He has to go face. Those low attack minions, really, they can't be trading into my Armorsmith or my Acolyte. So I still think I have the advantage here, somewhat. The Shredder, though, is a threat, is a significant threat. So let's see what comes out of the Shredder. Oh dear, Geomancer. Okay, so that'll give him spell power. That's actually not a good thing because of Consecration. But anyway, there's the power of Bash. We're able to clear that Shredder before it could do anything significant, really. And now, again, we're back to a board state, which I'm happy to deal with, I think. Okay, now I'm not happy with that board state. Blessing of Kings. There's a secret. So this is quite possibly a Secrets Paladin. Yeah, I'm really not happy with that board state now. The 5/6 is really threatening. He should have cleared the Armorsmith first before hitting my Acolyte. So bad ordering there. I think he gave me extra armor. He should have killed the Armorsmith first. So now I'm going to Shield Slam. There's Avenge. Okay. I can execute that now, which is pretty good. Yep. Right, it's not bad. And next turn, we get value. We get Baron Geddon. Now, in the ZK83 Warrior deck that I featured a few weeks back, that deck did not run Baron Geddon. And I'm beginning to see, in a meta that is still filled with face hunters, to be frank, not as many of them as before, but they exist, in a meta that's filled with paladins now, and even tempo mages to an extent, playing, sort of mana worms and mad scientists. Baron Geddon is tremendous, especially if it hangs around for more than one turn. It really is tremendous. And that is not what I wanted to see. Divine Favour. You see, I was hoping that he would play some stuff, he played a juggler, and that I could play Geddon and then be in absolute control of this game because he wouldn't have many cards left in hand. Divine Favour has ruined my day now because even after I play Geddon, he's going to refill his board. However, you will burn, says Geddon. So, whilst he's going to refill this board, it's fine. I've got rid of the existing board. Thankfully for Geddon, it's at least put me back into an okay position. Mysterious Challenger, however, is potentially going to ruin my day because he's got the Christmas tree, the Secret's Christmas tree, and that's really bad. Slam draws me a card, which I think is pretty good. What we're going to do here is if we attack the 1/1, Noble Sacrifice will activate. And here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping Avenge goes on the Mysterious Challenger. And if it does, I've got the Big Game Hunter. Where will it land? It lands on the best one. That's tremendous. Oh. Oh, there, okay, right, sure. The Get Down guy comes back. Okay, boom. Oh, another activation. Repentance. I don't care. It's fine. It really is fine. Armor up. And Baron Geddon continues to do work. You see, Baron Geddon on the board for more than one turn now is eliminating the threats that the Paladin can put down. Obviously in conjunction with the Big Game Hunter there. But anyway, Piloted Shredder. Designed there to contest Baron Geddon. Oh, that's not very good. Well, actually it is good because the mini-bot, it's good for him. The mini-bot survives Geddon's AoE. Now, there's a small Christmas tree there. I don't know what those secrets are. We've seen one of everything up to this point, I think, more or less, apart from competitive spirit. Well, Noble Sacrifice, yeah, Get Down, to be expected, I guess. Have to proc it. Okay, Get Down again, Redemption, fine, okay. Well, at least Geddon's going to get a third go with value. That's you know, that's significant. I could use Grommash here. I could charge the 2/2. Or I could just play Alexstrasza and go ham. Alexstrasza brings life. Well, actually, it lowers his life total. He's now down to 13. It was competitive spirit. He's got enough now to contest Baron Geddon, but he's not going to tank it with his face, thanks to Alexstrasza. So a pretty decent play there, I think, in terms of making the Paladin panic a bit. He's going to go for the juggle. Oh, he's going for muster. Wow. Okay, Alexstrasza tanking. Oh, Geddon's gone. Okay, interesting. And there's Coghammer. You see, what he's hoping to do is block Alexstrasza hitting the face. Actually, no, he trades the Shredder in. And now I'm in serious trouble. Well, actually, I'm not, because I have Brawl. And, yeah, snap play. There's Brawl. In these aggro situations, and I refer to this Paladin deck as an aggro deck, because it is very aggressive. I think running 2 Brawls is actually worthwhile, perhaps. But anyway, let's play the Armorsmith and let's shield block. I want to draw cards here. I mean, look at my hand. I've got Boom, I've got Grommash, I've got Justicar, Ysera, Sylvanas. That's 5 legendaries in my hand. Oh gosh, and look, he's drawing more cards. There's the next Divine Favour. That's really good for him. However, he's nearly out of cards, and that's good for me.
Who am I? None of your
Okay, what secrets does he get? None. Okay, if I can just see off his board here, I think I win the game. However, that is quite a demanding board to tackle. I mean, there's a 6 attack minion on there. Oh, and there's Execute. Tremendous. Wow. Okay, I've got to get rid of the Mysterious Challenger. So we're going to sacrifice the Armorsmith. 1 armor is actually pretty good. Every bit of armor gain is decent here. And Dr. Boom is green. Do we play him? Is he the best option? He gives us some board presence with the Boom bots. And I think that's really good. So yeah, we're going to play Dr. Boom. And the Paladin is out of cards. Now, can the Paladin answer Dr. Boom. And if he does answer Dr. Boom, can he answer Sylvanas? Can he answer Grommash, Justica, Ysera? It's a field of legendaries, and, you know, can he answer it all?
Let me think.
As we play these games, I am constantly thinking back to the ZK83 deck, which ran Varian Wrynn, and, you know, just trying to gather my thoughts here on whether this deck is any more effective than that deck, or whether the ZK83 deck is superior because of Varian Wrynn and its ability to drag cards out of your deck. Or alternatively, do we even need Varian Wrynn? At the pace a Control Warrior plays, surely you're just going to draw into those cards anyway. Is it even needed? Double Secret Keeper. Well, dead cards now, pretty much. I think he's out of secrets. So let's count the attack. 3, 4, 9. He has 10 damage on board. I'm at 16. I think I'm going to be okay, because now the boom bots are going to go to town. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I wanted them to hit a minion. Okay, let's play another legendary. Grommash, who can wait no longer, he says. Alright, he's now up to 10 attack. Okay, didn't want that either. I wanted it to kill a Secret Keeper. On the positive side, he needs to tank Grommash with his minions. Not tank, sorry, trade into Grommash with his minions. And nope, there we go, it was too much. Placing Grommash down on the board was a significant threat that said, you must deal with this card or you die. The other minions that I had didn't necessarily represent that kind of threat. So Grom was the right play there, as if to say, deal with him. Okay. Now we're facing a Hunter. So we faced a Secrets Paladin, which is relatively aggressive. We're now facing a Hunter, and whether it's face or whether it's mid-range, Hunters generally are aggressive. So, yeah, let's see how we go. The trouble with aggro decks is that they can burst you down very quickly, and before you can just gather your thoughts or get your wits about you, you're dead. Now, this deck with double bash is sort of designed to combat that aggro by saying, right, you know, we can bash down these low health minions, kill them, so disrupt the flow of damage from the Hunter or from the Paladin or from the Tempo Mage, and gain armor at the same time. And there's a good bash target. Unfortunately, I can't play it. So I need to play something, and I'm going to play the Armor Smith. I think against a Hunter, you want board presence of some kind. Okay, Glavezuka, this is a super aggressive Hunter, clearly. He respects the Armor Smith, and he clears it. Now, that's 5 damage that could have gone to my face, and my Armor Smith there deflected that 5 damage. Definitely worthwhile. Definitely worthwhile. Decisions to be made now. Do we go with the Acolyte? I think we do. Bash is an option there, but it's a 1 health Scientist. I don't want to waste Bash. He has to surely trade the Scientist into the Acolyte. If it's a face Hunter, he would theoretically go face. Yeah, he's going to go face because of Misha. That's very strong for him. Very, very strong. However, I have a weapon. I can clear Misha. And now I can clear his Scientist. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. And there's Execute. That's really good. That's really, really, really good. Because of the Death Spite Whirlwind effect, Execute does have a significant activation or active use in the upcoming turns. That's really good. Now, look at my hand. Shield Block for armor gain, Armor Smith for armor gain, Execute for removal, and Double Bash for removal. This is looking pretty good against the Hunter. Looking pretty good. The ZK83 deck did struggle a bit more against aggro decks, but then it only ran 1 copy of Bash. So it does look like this StrifeCro deck is better suited. So let's let's activate the secret. It's Explosive Trap. Now, I'm happy activating it in that way. And yeah, sure, I give him a weapon charge, but I've gained some armor in the process. which was negated by the death rattle from the leper gnome. But it's okay, it's fine. It's really fine. We had to get the explosive trap triggered at some point. So this is what a face hunt. It is a face hunter because of the leper gnome. This is super aggressive. And now he's ignoring the armor smith and going face. Previously he valued the armor smith. Now he's ignoring it. It is interesting. When I say valued it, he respected it, so wanted to deal with it. Now he's ignoring it. But yeah, I guess 3 to the face is, you know, something you can't pass up. Now, next turn we get Baron Geddon. But to be honest, we don't want to leave stuff on his board. It's a face hunter. You can't leave stuff up. I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I'm not going to trade my armor smith in. I'm just going to pass. And I don't want to attack and give him another charge on that weapon just yet. Okay. He's being aggressive, as expected. And there's the hero power. Hero powering every turn, considered to be valuable here. I'm in a lot of trouble now. We need to activate the weapon, the trap. Nothing happens. It's snake trap. Okay. Maybe a bit of an odd play on my part there. Maybe I should have attacked face last turn then. You know, if I was going to try and trigger that trap this turn, maybe I should have done it last turn, you know. So maybe a bit of an inconsistent play there from me. I don't know. But anyway, we know it's snake trap now. Well, most likely snake trap. It's not explosive. It's not freezing. It has to be snake trap. It's not bear trap. So, okay. And now we just chip away at his health total and we armor up. And I think where possible, you need to consider armoring up every single turn. He's holding back on those cards, and I'm curious, what is he playing? What are those cards? Is this a hybrid hunter? No, abusive sergeant. That would suggest a faced hunter. Oh, double abusive. Interesting. So is his hand just full of utility cards? Wow. It's really interesting. Okay. Now we're going to trigger the snake trap. And there's a reason for it. We need to get it out the way. Because we're going to have to attack his minions at some point. And you will burn, says Baron Geddon. And there's value. Unfortunately, Geddon does 2 damage to me as well, so I'm at 15. I need to be careful. There's Lotheb. Interesting. Do face hunters play Lotheb? So is this a hybrid hunter then? Can I expect a high main at some point? He's still being aggressive, and you know, he's saying to me now that my Baron Geddon has to trade into Lotheb. That's essentially what he's saying to me. Make the trade happen or you die. I can't slam and execute, which is annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bash and go face. And now I'm saying, my Baron Geddon survives. So bash has proven to be tremendously useful. Tremendously useful. It's comboing with Geddon. And that card is not going to help him. Why would you even play that card with Geddon on the board? Why would you even do it? In case seeing my face. Oh wow, I'm nearly dead. Oh wow. He's actually nearly killed me. And I can see what he was doing. He wants my own Baron Geddon to kill me. That's what he's going for. Wow. I'm actually going to slam Geddon. I'm actually going to do it. Because I need to draw something that's going to help me. I'm nearly dead. Actually, he's nearly dead. Actually, he's dead. Wow. Why did I not spot that? That's interesting. Interesting notion there, just being completely obsessed with saving my own life. that I missed lethal, that I missed the fact that I had lethal and only spotted it after I started playing these other cards and thought, oh, if I attack face and then Geddon stays on the board, oh, I win. Well, nice way there of beating a face hunter. So yeah, Bash was the MVP. Varian Geddon was the MVP. So yeah, Geddon really good. Really, really good against aggressive classes. Okay, Priest. So we go from facing a Secrets Paladin to an aggressive Hunter. And now we move on to facing a Priest. So what do I keep? Well, I'm going to keep the weapon and I'm going to keep Slam. Oh, there's another weapon. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. So this deck is all about the card draw in the beginning. You want the Acolytes of Pain. Slam is pretty good for drawing those cards as well. So you want to build up your hand.
Is someone injured?
Is someone injured? There's the Cleric, and unfortunately for the Priest, I have an answer. There's my answer. The Fiery War Axe, otherwise known as the Fiery Wrynn Axe. So controlling the board there, taking down the Cleric. Having the coin was super useful there. Super, super useful. It'll prevent a buff on the Cleric on this turn. But there's the Wormrust Agent. So this is a Dragon Priest. This is a Dragon Priest. It's quite interesting. I'm actually going to use the Execute here. I'm actually going to do it. My objective is to remove these minions because if he's got Valen's Chosen, if he's got Power Word Shield, I could get rushed out of this game, unable to answer threats, you know, that have significant health. Maybe low attack, but significant health.
Are you mocking me?
There's the other agent. Unfortunately, I've got 2 Death Spites that I can't play. Now, I could slam it and draw a card. Let's do that. Now, there's a reason I'm slamming it. I know he's just going to heal it. I know that. But by being forced to heal it, potentially he's wasting his turn, which is really good. I don't want him playing more stuff. I drew a card, which I'm happy with. Not a card I can use now, but I can use it later. And I can still kill the thing anyway. He didn't have Power Word Shield. You know, if he'd had Valen's Chosen, he wouldn't have been able to play Valen's and heal, so he'd be scared of Execute then. So I think the play I made by slamming the minion was decent, even though I knew he was going to heal it. So it's fine. It was an okay play. Unfortunately, my hand is very heavy. Dr. Boom, Ysera, Alex Strauss are all tremendous cards, but for much later in the game. I don't have anything else I can really play. The only thing I can do is execute something that he plays with the Death Spite. So, alright, let's see.
I wield the power.
Okay, he's doing damage to me. He wants to kill me. I still don't have anything I can play. That's really bad. The question is, do I tank that, or do I just Whirlwind and execute? No, I'm going to tank it, and... do I play the other Death Spite? Yeah, I am. The reason I'm going to do it is because next turn I can play the Shield Maiden. So I can kill something he plays and play the Shield Maiden next turn. I think that's pretty strong.
I have no time for games.
Oh, wow. Sylvanas. Okay, I need to bash Sylvanas and execute. I have no choice. I have to do it. And I'm going to hold back on the weapon. Now, Bash, once again, proving to be tremendously useful. Sylvanas can be a real problem, a real nuisance to deal with, and there's often no easy way of dealing with her.
Power flows through me.
So, Bash really, really helped there. Really, really helped. It comboed with the execute very nicely. Another way of removing minions. Now, Dark Cultist, again, another annoyance to deal with. If I kill it, it's going to buff up his other minion. So, I need to contemplate here how I go about this. Well, it is turn 7. And Dr. Boom is green. So yeah, you just play it. Now I'm going to consider this move here as a preemptive way of dealing with his minions. I'm saying to him, well, you need to invest healing. Great, sure, heal the thing. That means you've only got 6 mana to play with, so potentially putting less on the board. The bomb there did not kill the Dragonkin Sorcerer. That's pretty annoying. But it's back down to 1 health, and presumably he can't heal it again, because he's already used his hero power. So now, I can clear the board with Death Spite. Oh, he's... okay, he traded in for me. But I can still clear the board, which is tremendous. Because the cultist is down to 1 health. So yeah, fantastic. Doing the initial attack into the Dragonkin may have been a bit controversial, knowing he could heal it, but once again, it's paid off. It's paid off. So, yep, it's fine. And now my big threats will start to come down. Yeah, sure, I'm only at 17 health, including armor, but
Let me change your
I've got some big threats to come down on this board. Now, he's stolen my Acolyte. Now, that's really bad because he wants his card draw. Well, that's not great for me. So now I need to make the decision. Do I play one of the dragons, or do I get rid of the Acolyte, or do I get rid of the Cabal Shadow Priest? There are lots of options here and lots of things to consider. Ysera. She dreams and the world trembles. It's a very strong card. Very, very strong card. Am I going to get punished for not dealing with his minions there? Am I going to get punished? I mean, I could have bashed and shield slammed the Cabal Shadow Priest. Oh wow, he values the card draw that much that he would Power Word Shield the Acolyte rather than the Cabal Shadow Priest. It's so interesting. Okay, and he goes face. So a taunt is in the way there of Ysera. I can't get to his Acolyte. I can't get to the Cabal Shadow Priest. I need to consider my options here. I've actually drawn Ysera Awakens, which is probably the best Ysera spell that you can get. So, do I simply trade with Ysera and cast Awakens? Do I put Grom on the board and cast it? No, let's not do it. We can't kill him just yet, so let's not do that. Let's play the Armor Smith. Let's gain some armor. Now we can shield slam something that he plays. Now this is very strong. And just like that, he concedes. And Ysera gives us a bit of a light show there. Yep. So yeah, a nice win against the priest there, against the Dragon Priest, being able to control this game as we were heading towards the end. So yeah, the StrifeCro deck, very, very strong. Bash has really proven its worth here against control decks, against aggressive decks. This is a highly recommended build of Warrior that I think, you know, if you're interested in Warrior, you definitely should consider running this. But yeah, all in all, a lot of fun. Slam also has proven to be worthwhile, comboing with, you know, my other cards as well. Varian Wrynn, big MVP too. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. It's been a lot of fun. Do check out my YouTube channel and have a look at some of my other videos. I'll see you all again very soon.